This is the pattern of AI nowadays. In 90% of the videos that you scroll, you're looking at how to use Claude to do this, that, and everything. Claude, GPTs, and all these AI tools coming up are creating more confusion in your head. And now you're on this video trying to understand how can you make AI write like you. But let me give you one commitment. I'm not going to show you how AI can make you viral, how AI can automate everything, how you can just leave it to AI and sleep in your bed. What I'm going to show you is how you can automate not the complete thing, but the semi thing, 95% of how you write content, and make AI sound like you so you have a higher chance of going viral. Of course, it will not replace your shitty skills of creating content if you don't have them, but it will definitely make you sound like yourself and sound a little better. So if you want your writing process to be easier, then this is the video for you. This is how you can make or train Claude to sound like you. Let's get into it. The best thing is it can be used for any social media content, be it newsletters, Instagram, whatever. Like right now, the Claude project I'm using, the only mistake I did was using Sonnet. Always use Opus. I'm gonna show you how. But like right now, the tool that I have, it automatically creates me the newsletters I want. Like it is trained for newsletters. So I'm gonna first show you how it works. Second, I'm going to train it for Instagram and show you the entire process so you can do that too. Cool. So let's get started with the first step, that is showing you how this actually works. So let's say I want to create an educational newsletter on the topic of stop scrolling into AI, the only AI tool you like. The reason why AI cannot write good content is because it's not trained properly, right? So let's the only thing I need to do is use the particular word for it to realize what type of writing it needs to do. Like as you can see in newsletter, there are two types of newsletter formats. So if I just say make a educational Gravio Files format newsletter with the topic of AI slop or bad AI writing happens because of a lack of AI training. Main content that I want this newsletter to have is highlight the skill gap of people that themselves don't know content creation, don't know script writing, and expect AI to do it. AI can do well the things you can like explain it, but it cannot do well the things that you cannot explain it. So first you should learn the skill. Oh, oops. So yeah. So what did I do? I told it the exact thing I want, which is educational newsletter. I think it messed up with the thing. Now, if I would have written case study format, it would have written a completely separate thing. But it's an educational newsletter. I gave it a bit of context of what I want, and let's see how it goes. Let's read it. Word of the day: attention without intention is just dumb eyeballs. Not bad. Most creators treat AI like a content vending machine. Put in a topic, get out a ready-made script. That's the fastest way to sound generic and kill your brand voice. Here's the thing nobody tells you. AI can only do the things you can already explain. If you don't know what a good hook looks like, AI won't either. If you can't write script yourself, AI will just write a bad one faster. It's good. Some things that I would have done is I'll just tell it like, hell yeah. That's it. Like that's literally it. This is a usable like newsletter that I can just publish out and probably generate some good cash or return on investment on it. Now, as I mentioned, this will not do 100% of the work, but it did 95% of what I wanted to do. The only thing I needed to do was first give it an prompt, second give it improvement, done. But how can I make AI sound so much like myself is the main question, and that is what I'm going to answer. Right now, my AI can only write newsletters, so I'm going to train it on how it can write Instagram in front of you so you can replicate the process. First thing I need to have is a place where all my written content is stored. If you don't have already content that you have written yourself, as I mentioned in this newsletter, AI cannot guess what you will write or how you sound. You need to have it stored somewhere. Like in my case, I had all my newsletters stored in one place, right, in one document. In case of my Instagram, all of my data is stored in Notion. So what I'm going to do, I want you to be able to write exact Instagram post or scripts like me with 95% accuracy. And all my Instagram scripts are in Notion, as I mentioned, in this YouTube section, Instagram section. I'm just gonna give it you. So go through all of the scripts written here, and I'm just gonna drop the link. Now the best part is my Notion is connected to Claude directly. If you don't know how to connect Claude with the connectors, like what are you even doing? There are 10,000 videos on it, but basically go to customize connectors and connect it from here. Anyways, now let's go back to my chats. Content writer, yeah. Let's see what's it do. Alright, let it read through it. So as you can see, it's going through everything, going through the database, fetching all the data. If it was the case of let's say you had it on Google Docs, I would connect it to Google Docs. I just put the link there. If you had it in somewhere else, put it there. Now, usually if you're thinking about directly giving it, just let's say you have all your Instagram videos on Instagram and you don't really have it on a doc, then you can transcribe your videos. So just go to Instagram, take one of your videos, let's say this one. Now I have a paid tool that lets me transcribe the whole thing. If you don't, just go to Instagram Reel Transcriber, like any one of the transcriber you can go into. I'll just copy this, paste this, I'll let it transcribe. There you go. Now with this exact transcription, what I can do is I can give it to, let's say, I can put it all my videos transcription in one doc, and then I can give it to, AI. So do as you please. But this will, Claude will take its sweet time to understand, gather the information and find patterns. Oh shit, it's done. So, it's already done. Now once it's here, 70% of the work is done. The best part is you don't need to do anything. Usually ChatGPT, all of these tools were not that proficient in it, but this Claude is really good at it, and you don't need to collect all the data. You can just be like, it's in my Google Doc, it's in my this, it's in my that. Now once it's done, here is the fun part. The step 2 and step 3 is about first making scripts and improving it. The AI improves because it has such a big memory. It keeps on improving the more changes you give it. So let's go with Instagram script. We'll go with the same thing, to be honest. Make a Instagram Reel script. Now here's a quick tip or a hack that you can use to make it way better, is giving names to different types of scripts. So you can be like Mythbuster, like in my case in the newsletter thing I have case study and I have educational. Similarly, you could also have Mythbuster, you can have funny, you can have all these different categories. And what will happen if you have such categories is you can train AI specifically to that category. So it could be like you put 30 Mythbuster script in one doc and feed it to AI and be like, this is what Mythbuster scripts sound like. This is what, let's say, funny videos sound like. And when you are going to give a prompt, you can be like, make an Instagram Reel script in Mythbuster format. And it will automatically know what format or style of speaking you want it to be in. Because this part that I'm showing you will definitely help it sound like you. But if you have a particular format or different format of videos, that tip really helps. But anyways, let's get into training or improving the AI, the second and third part. Here's the fun part. It definitely does sound like me. I definitely will say bro, your AI script sounds like a robot wrote them, because a robot did. See, this is really good. Bro, your AI script sound like a robot wrote them. Because a robot did. See, the problem is in ChatGPT. The problem is you don't know what a good script looks like. Now, it did the best. Is right now I have trained it on the fact of how to sound like me, and it is definitely doing that. But it yet hasn't been trained on how to write a hook, on how to find the best body, the best script, the best formats, and that is where your skill as a creator comes in. Which, if you haven't polished, the AI can't do shit. Right now, with my now here is the improvement section because I have the skill. I'm gonna slowly help it. So now the best way to write this hook wouldn't be like this. It would be the best would be to give some data. It would be to make it tangible, make it specific, make it funny, make it very extreme, and finally, yeah, make it extreme. And I'll give an example of, let's say, instead of saying, bro, your AI script sound like a robot wrote them because a robot did, which is really good. But the way I would have written it is 95% of AI content fails on Instagram 30 seconds after they have been posted. The reason why is because nobody fucking likes robot content. Everybody wants a human. You probably don't open Instagram trying to find the new AI influencer. Like something on that format. Now, make those adjustments and keep on learning. I don't know why this happens, but yeah. Now you see, like, okay, I was able to just recite a script because of the amount of skill, or like the amount of scripts I've personally written. I've probably written over 500, 600 of them. But with this, what will happen is, like you can see, 95% it improved. Now let's make the next script, which, let's say, if it improves these hook part or not. Now I want you to make another Instagram reel script with whatever you have learned on the topic of Instagram carousels going viral right now. The best part and the reason why carousels should be everybody's focus is because it has an insane follow rate. What does a follow rate mean? Is out of 1,000 people, usually one people follows in a reel. In a carousel, by one of our clients, what we have seen is out of 101 people is following. So if you get, let's say, 10,000 views, in a reel you might have 10 followers, in a carousel you might have 100. That's a huge, like a 10x increase. Again, man, okay, this is where I fuck up. But anyways, pointing, let's see if it improved or not. Say it is specific, it is extreme, it is better. Again, there is a lot more stupid thing it is doing, like repetition. I definitely don't like repetition, not my suggestion. But at this point, with the training that the AI has and the skills I've already given him only once, it can do 95% of that. So if I spend a month to every time making a script and hone its skill, in a month, or not even, probably it will take 10 days, it will write scripts as good as me, and only thing I'll need to do is send two prompts. One prompt for the initial start, and one prompt of improvement, so that it keeps on improving. And that's the fun part about AI. And a lot of people just believe that if you put your idea into AI, it will create the best script. But they don't know how to actually train it. They go into this complex Claude code projects and skills and stuff like that, which is really good. I'm a noob at it, and probably I would love to learn about it. But to be very frank, if you just do this, it will make your AI sound like you. But if you actually want, now you know how to make AI sound like you know how to write your content like you in like 95% of your time saved. But if you're still not going viral, if you still have the need or the lack of skill that you want to fulfill for your content or personal brand to boom up, then you should probably watch this video for sure. Go watch this video, and it will help you know how to grow your Instagram account in under 15 minutes. Peace.